Hello everyone, and welcome back to another 5-lapper commentary here. My name is Strifium, and today we are going to be watching some MRL drivers, which are members of the league that I co-run, and of course, some random drivers from the community that joined here in this unranked open lobby session. And we are about to take to the circuit here, of course, the iconic Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. 5 laps will be the duration, and we have a good chunk of drivers in here that are about to get off the line. 3, 4, 5 red lights on here in Suzuka, and the drivers are away. Lutra in first positions, Mayo in second, and that's Astrodate behind them. And it looks like we've had a few drivers go very wide here through the first turn. There's a driver on the grass there as well, and let's take a look at Mr. Zamis, who is bringing up 8th position through the field right now in the Haas. And of course, we'll take a look at that new Haas livery as he makes his way out of Sector 1. Very tight battling right now in this midfield as the race has just begun. Of course, 5 lappers, extremely exciting as they are very quick races. Lots of overtaking, usually the case. It's like Maxim has gotten out ahead of Billadarino, which means that Zamis is going to be looking to attack as well as we head into Spoon Curve here. All of these drivers getting used to the game, of course. The game has been out for just over 24 hours now here on July 7th. The game was released, I think, a little early there, and Billadarino out ahead of Maxim, though. Is he going to get Yoda, too? Yoda in 6th position. He's got Zamis coming up on the outside. No more bump here in Suzuka that we had to deal with in F1 2019. Of course, Maxim in 5th, Billadarino 6th, Yoda in 7th, and Zamis at the back of the train. Freeware not far behind him as we come down through turn 1. Oh, and there's a big off. That's the Williams. That is Maxim off through into the S's here in Suzuka on lap 2. Zamis into 7th position has Freeware hot on his rear at the moment, sitting on that gearbox right now, looking to catch up with his teammate Yoda in 6th. Very intense battling right now in this midfield, as I said. Meanwhile, at the front of the grid, it is MRL Season 2 champions Mayo hunting down Lutra in first position. Lutra has been very quick so far in this F1 2020 handling model that we have seen. And Zmayo, of course, the fastest driver in the league last season round, is, well, could he be under threat from Lutra this next season? We'll have to find out, of course, once we get there. July 23rd is when the first race begins in Albert Park, the Australian Grand Prix, of course. Mayo, wheel to wheel with Lutra, coming into the final chicane. Is Mayo going to get it done? It looks like he will for the time being. Is Lutra going to have anything to do about this? It is entering lap 3. DRS is not going to be available for these drivers until they cross that final turn for the 3rd time. Mayo out in front comfortably at the moment. Zamis is still in 7th, defending against the racing point of Freeware coming through turn 1. Oh, and he's gaining a lot of speed through that final section of the S's. Ooh, and that's a big spin. That's Yoda off on the left-hander, and Zamis has done it as well. Freeware has to slam the brakes. And they have both lost out on positions. Freeware into 6th. Customs had an issue. And it looks like Unicorn into 8th position here with that beautiful AlphaTauri livery. All of these drivers now, gaps being spread out. Plus 1 all the way around. Yoda in 11th position, looking to hunt down that final points slot. Zamis gaining on Custom at the moment in ninth. As we exit out of Spoon Curve here. Great carry of speed. Overtake enabled for a brief moment there from the racing point. Things are closing up here in this battle at the rear. Ooh, big snap of oversteer there from Yoda. He gets things under control. DRS down into turn 1. Brief jolt of the battery from the overtake option, of course. Custom on the inside of Zamus, struggling. I don't know if Zamus pushed him onto that inside or not, but he's into 9th position, and Yoda had a great view of that, as he's now looking to hunt down 10th position. Ooh, and Custom struggling through the S's there. You see a bit of a lift or a break from him, and that's Yoda into 10th position, but Custom's going to fight back with him up the inside, and Yoda goes wide. Meanwhile, Freeware in 5th position is hunting down Luktra. Luktra, we saw leading this race earlier on, has now fallen into 4th position. Astrodate in 2nd, Henners in 3rd, with Zmayo, MRL Season 2 driver champion, in the lead of this race on lap 4. And he's about to cross the line into lap 5, the final lap of this race. Is Freeware going to be able to make a move on Luktra into this chicane? No, he's sticking patient. He's going to have DRS down into turn 1 on the Mercedes, but I think the Mercedes will have it on the Ferrari ahead of him as well. And excuse me, as he doesn't, look at the carry of speed coming out of the racing point. Down into turn 1. Luktra staying out in front there, but is Freeware going to get it done on the exit? He is not. Luktra doing a good job of defending 4th position here on the final lap of this race. Meanwhile, Custom has caught up with Billadorino through the S's here. Is something going to happen? Ooh, a little tap on the rear of the Red Bull, and that is Yoda getting out through in front of them. Yoda gets into 9th position with a beautiful move. Wow, really nice stuff from him. The Red Bull gets speared by Matt, who's going to definitely get kicked for that. And on screen, he is not a member. He is showing as a member of the MRL, but I will say he is a former member who was kicked for, well, I'm not going to get into that, but he is not a member of that league, that's for sure. Definitely not clean enough to be racing there. Freeware. Oh no, what's happened with Luktra and Freeware? It looks like Luktra's had some kind of issue. That's Freeware into 4th position. Is he going to get Henners into the chicane as well? It's close. A little bit of a wheel tap there. Wheel to wheel, crossing the line. That's Freeware out in front. Henners behind him, and that's Zmayo, Astrodate, and Freeware on the podium after this one. Henners crossing in 4th. What a race. What a great overtaking race that was. We saw a great move from Yoda there. We saw some very poor misconduct from that Renault driver. And unfortunately, both Mercedes are out of this one before crossing the checkered line for the finish. Jim, the final running driver on circuit, going to be coming through the chicane now, following behind Tev in 14th in that Alfa Romeo. And that is going to wrap up this race here in Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. Again, my name is Strifium, and this has been another Open Lobby commentary. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you smash that subscribe button, and let us know what you think in the comments below. We will see you next time.